there are a lot of Muslims in my life. I'm not saying this is all people are all terrorists and everybody's going to take over. But Fahima, help me with this issue. When my teenage girls, when I go in Westfield or I walk through Chiswick and there are women fully veiled, how do I explain it to them?
How do you explain a nun?
Excuse me, I live in those areas as well, and there are hardly ever, it's like 0.001% of people that would be fully covered in that way, and they do not cause any harm. In fact, they're just wearing their Chanel bags,
okay,
and
but
they're
if I see one,
and they're going out there shopping. It's not scary. It is you just portraying something, and you are just vilifying people.
Oh no, it's terrifying. No, it is scary. It is scary because it is scary. It is scary to be around people, and it's not less than 0.1% of women.
But that's the whole point of
help me understand.
In the UK, you can have someone dressed half naked and someone who's dressed fully covered, and there's absolutely no problems. And we've got laws for anyone that is going to have any sort of criminal activity, but not about your feeling and bias.
Help me understand it.
Anyone.
Just please, hang on. No, listen, Fahima, I've seen you talk on the telly a lot. I think you're incredibly intelligent. I think you understand this topic very well. I think you're incredibly articulate. How do I explain to my teenage daughters when we see women fully covered up around Paddington, around GB News? You know, there are communities around there are families around there that do not leave the house with the women showing any skin. Help me. How do I tell my teenage girls why the women are like that?
The same when you go to Rome and you'll see the nuns and you'll see people that are dressed in very conservative, if they can, if they are sort of Christian. So at the end of the day, it is not just Muslims who dress like that. You'll even get sort of the very strict Jewish women who are very covered and very conservative. And in fact, if you look at British history of women dress, it is not something which is alien to us. So again, if you were to maybe educate yourself and your children and your family members of history of other cultures who are conservative, then there is no issue.